a very warm welcome to all of you to join this webinar on Cliq Rooms, a brand new conference room solution offered by Zoho Cliq. Before going in, I would like to share this particular piece of code which I came across when working for this webinar, which goes this way. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. This is coined by Mr. Edward Everett Hale, a renowned historian in America. I felt this code to be much relatable to what I'm going to do in this webinar and what we are all going to do in this webinar. We have come together to know about a new offering, which is a fantastic beginning. We are going to stay together throughout the progress of the webinar to learn more about this offering, and we are going to work together in the future to make sure that all our conference room experiences are elevated and Zoho Cliq Rooms being a part of it. The agenda for this session is as follows. It is planned to be for 45 minutes with the following points. I'll be going on with conference rooms and organizations, a small brief, and then I'll be explaining what Zoho Cliq Rooms is all about. We have multiple facilities for administrators and users to make their lives easier and make the process of attending meetings in rooms and setting up meetings in rooms much more simpler. And this is not just about presenting in a webinar, it's also about a live demo. I will be showing you how the Cliq Rooms work in action in this session. It will be a short demo. Are you guys excited to get started? I am. Let's get going. Conference rooms and organizations is not a new topic for any of us, I believe. Most of us who are having remote offices or in-place offices have an experience of attending meetings in conference rooms. Conference rooms offer high quality resources, one of a very distinguishable attribute of a conference room. You can focus on the meeting with very good quality audio, crystal clear video on the screen managed in the conference room. Not just that, the conference room reduces a lot of hassle for the users attending the meeting. Most conference rooms are centrally managed by administrators who are expert and make sure that the end users are not having any trouble while attending their meetings. Sometimes maybe you miss a train, sometimes you get stuck in traffic, sometimes your little one at home has to have you for some more minutes and you're running late for a meeting. But still, in a conference room managed by your administrators, you will easily be able to walk in and attend meetings in a single tap. Conference rooms also mostly have very large screens, which will ensure that you focus on every detail of the presentation or code or designs or anything for that matter being presented on the screen. As the name suggests, rooms, pretty obvious, are focus spaces. You will be able to attend meetings without much distractions and ensure that the crux of the meeting is conveyed to everybody. Now let us enter into the world of accessible room solution. How easy it is going to be further moving on using Cliq Rooms for conference room meetings. This is Zoho Cliq Rooms, a brand new conference room offering from Zoho Cliq, which is going to elevate your experience of attending meetings in your conference rooms. This is a screenshot of the application which you are going to see on your Android television. Yes, you did hear me right. This is an application that can run on Android television. It's as simple as downloading an application from the Google Play Store. If you visit your Play Store in your Android TV, it will be called Zoho Cliq Rooms and you can install it on the Play Store. Now, let me explain what are all the features and facilities we have for administrators in an organization who are managing these conference rooms. Every organization will be having multiple resources. These resources can be different branches, especially after the COVID era, the number of organizations operating from different locations is increasing. Each of these branches can have multiple buildings, and each of these buildings in turn will have multiple floors, and each floor can have more than 3 or 4 or how many ever conference rooms possible. All these can be classified as resources. and administrators are tasked with managing these resources. Cliq Rooms make sure that this process of managing resources is incredibly simple. Let us take an example here. I am in Chennai right now in India, and we have three buildings in our branch in Chennai. We named our buildings as Tower, Plaza, and Lakeview. All of you might have interesting building names as well, I believe. Each buildings can have some number of rooms, which is pretty much what happens in all buildings, and each rooms can have one or more devices associated to them. Right now, the devices of interest to us is an Android television, which is pretty simple to acquire and install without the need of technical expertise from typical conference room hardware. Now that we have seen what are all the possible resources being managed by administrators, where can they manage them easily using Cliq Rooms? Cliq Rooms is an extension of Cliq itself. So in the Cliq admin panel, the administrators will be able to manage these resources. We will be having a section called resource management, under which there will be two tabs for branches, rooms, and devices. Administrators will be able to manage the resources from the admin panel of Cliq. Once the resources are being added and centrally managed from admin panel, it has to be linked to the Android device running on your conference room so that the room can be digitized and all meetings can be scheduled to the room and attended easily. How can an administrator set up a room? On installing the application from the Google Play Store and then clicking on the begin setup button as I showed earlier, the administrator will be able to see an 8-digit code over on their screen. This screen will also explain where this code to be entered so that they can activate or register the room to host meetings. This 8-digit code is to be entered in the Cliq admin panel, navigating to the resource management section, choosing the devices, and then adding and registering the devices. There are few slides of talking going on, but where does it actually happen? Let me show the demo of how an administrator can manage resources, can create branches, and how can they set up a room. Let me quickly share my screen and then show you how it is done. This is how the landing screen of Cliq looks generally, with some chats having 100 messages, some calls if you have anything. This is the typical Cliq day here. If you click on your display picture and open the user panel, you will be able to see the admin panel option there. On clicking on the admin panel, we will be redirected to the admin panel section of Cliq. Once the page loads completely, you will be able to see various options here. Cliq admin panel is pretty powerful. You will be able to manage your teams, your departments. You can create and manage various networks, different configurations to customize Cliq as per your need, policies, IP management. Wow. You can manage your enterprise communication in a much better way from Cliq admin panel. Do check it out when you have time. Under the admin panel, we have a resource management section where branches and rooms and devices can be managed. On navigating inside the room section, you will be able to see all the rooms which are pre-created. So we manage our rooms in the Chennai office we have here through this admin panel. That's where you see all these rooms. And all the branches which are available is also seen here. Let me show you how to add a branch or how to digitize your setup, which is available in the physical world. Let us quickly create a branch. There is a town called Madurai in India. We have a branch over there, and let me digitize it for you. The time zone is India Standard Time, and you will be able to change the time zone as per your convenience. Let it be the name of the building is V Building, and we have 2 floors there. We'll be able to add a floor here. If you have more buildings, you can easily add them here. And if you accidentally clicked on more buildings, you can remove it as well. Now, clicking on add adds the branch successfully. Now, let me show you how to create rooms for a branch which is recently created. On moving into the Rooms tab, there will be a drop down available showing all the branches which are there. Clicking on that, we will be able to search and choose our newly created branch. If you notice, there are no rooms available because the branch is fresh. Now I'm going to add a room here. This will open up a form with branches and buildings and floors pre-filled, but you will be able to change it here. Let me name my conference room as number 1 and choose the type as conference room. There are 4 options available and my room can seat up to 4 people and I'm adding 4 here, and then clicking on add saves the room here. Within a couple of minutes, we have digitized our branch, we have created a building and couple of floors, and we have also created a room. Now, let us add a device here, an Android television, so that we can register and use our rooms as a meeting source or meeting attending spots. Devices can be added in 2 ways, pretty easy ways. From the rooms list view, you will be able to click on the more options and add a device here. Or you can navigate to the devices list and then click add device here as well. It opens up a form and you will be able to fill in the details. Let me show you how to do it from here. Click on the more options, add device, and the room is pre-filled and we can enter the device name. I have a Sony television here and I'm naming it, and you will be able to see 2 options below. One is add and another is add and register. The third one is cancel, which is pretty obvious. It will close the form without saving anything. The add part adds a device but not registers it. That means if you are bulk adding devices to all your rooms and you would like to register them later, it is possible now. Or if you would like to add and register the device immediately, that is also possible. Let me just add the device now, and then you will be able to register it later. So what is registration? So registration is what I showed before in the slide. You will be needing to enter an 8-digit code which is available on the TV screen so that the room is registered and capable of hosting meetings. Let me quickly show you how it is done on the TV. This is how the Rooms application will look on the TV. I have mirrored my Sony TV so that it is easier for all of you to visualize. The Cliq app after installation from the Play Store and clicking on open from your TV list will show this particular screen. Let me show you how to set this up. On clicking begin setup, you will be able to see an 8-digit code, and this needs to go into the resource management section of devices. If you notice here, there is an option for register device, and then we enter the code. On clicking register, the device will be paired to Cliq and be ready to host meetings. This is how it will look once the pairing and registration part is over. Can you see how simple it is? It is as simple as entering an 8-digit code in a form, and then your room is all digitized and ready to host meetings over here. Can you see how simple it has become for an administrator to set up a room? That's the simplicity which we are trying to achieve in Zoho Cliq Rooms. We will be working on to make it even more simpler in the coming days. Now that the administrator has set up the rooms for you, let us see how the end users have amazing features to consume in the room. Meetings in a room. There are 2 kinds of meetings which can happen in the room. Number 1, scheduled meetings, and then number 2, instant meetings. Scheduled meetings are those meetings which are pre-planned to be run on a time, a start time and an end time, and a defined set of participants. Those meetings can be run on the room and consumed in the room. On the other hand, Instant meetings are instantaneous, as the name suggests. Maybe you're walking by towards your pantry and you see a colleague discussing about something and you would like to pitch in your thoughts. You see an empty room nearby. You go in and start meeting about it. While doing so, you would like to pull in somebody who is remotely available and you decide to call them through the Cliq Rooms meeting app. Both of these are possible and pretty simple to do. This is the screen of your Rooms application having 4 meetings scheduled on a particular day. You can see the meetings available here, and you can also see those. You see an option to start instant meeting. We have added a small step to ensure that your privacy is preserved and intended participants will see the details of the meeting. That is through a QR scanning mechanism. Every meeting which is happening on Cliq will need a small and simple QR scan to ensure that you are the intended participant of the meeting. This makes sure it's very secure and privacy preserving in nature. Where can we scan this QR? Using your mobile phone. Yes, another reusing concept here. We do not need a dedicated controller in the rooms to manage the rooms application on TV. All you need is your smartphone, either an iPhone or iOS device or an iPad OS device or your Android device. The latest Cliq application is needed, and if that is running on your phone, you are sorted. We have QR scanning mechanism inside the app, and you will be able to scan the QR easily from that. Once you are inside the meeting, you will need to manage participants. Maybe some meetings need extra participants. We can use the mobile device, which I just explained, to manage these participants. There is no need for dedicated controller. The mobile phone in Cliq Unclick application will be able to help you manage the rooms meetings or rooms meetings. Yeah, but that's not where it stops. Say suddenly, due to some unavoidable circumstance, the audio in your rooms is not functioning properly. You needn't wait for your administrator to sort it out, or you needn't wait for a replacement. You can just take out your mobile phone and transfer the audio directly to your mobile phone and continue attending the meeting. Your mobile will act as an audio source, an audio device, and it will help you continue with the meeting without any problem. Even more, you have to leave the meeting room, but you cannot leave the meeting. You need to hear what the meeting is doing. You can achieve that as well with the mobile device. The entire meeting can be transferred to your mobile device, and you can just move on with wherever you want to go. All three are possible with just the mobile phone you have in your hands. Can you see how simple and powerful it is becoming? But that's not where it stops. Say you would like to present your screen from your laptop from the rooms. You have a very big TV screen containing the meeting. I'm sorry. You have the very big TV screen containing the meeting. All participants are listening and communicating. And now you need to present something from your laptop. Gone are the days where you're looking for a HDMI cable or a VGA cable or a converter for your Type C to VGA or Type C to HDMI. You will be able to wirelessly share your screen from your laptop or desktop computer to the meeting which is happening on the room. You can do that from the Cliq web application where you will be able to see an ongoing meetings band. You have to choose the meeting which is running, and then you can select share your screen option from here. With that, the screen of your laptop will be wirelessly shared to all participants in the meeting. This is one another powerful factor which we have done using the Cliq Rooms application. Now, let me quickly show you how a meeting is started in the TV device. Coming back to my Cliq web application, let us schedule an event or schedule a meeting to our room. Let me quickly refresh to ensure that the newly created room is all well populated and indexed for searching. Let us create an event. Let us say design discussions. Let us have it for 20 minutes. That should be sufficient. The time zone is right, or we can change it. And now we choose the room. The newly created branch can be chosen here. The building, the floor, and the conference room. Let me choose the video call here, and then I guess we are all sorted. Let's give create. The event is scheduled now. Now let me take you back to my TV screen to show you how that particular event is gonna look. This is how the screen will look. So we have just scheduled a meeting and that particular meeting is available here. You can also start a meeting here. This list is periodically refreshed, but in some cases, if you do not see your scheduled meeting, you can use this particular refresh option here. This will refresh the list and populate the meetings fresh. Let me show you how we can start a meeting. On clicking on Start Meeting, a QR will be generated. Let me show you my mirrored mobile so that you will be able to see where the QR scanner is present. Navigating into the Cliq application, tap on your DP and you will be able to see the QR symbol on top right. On pressing that, we'll open a scanner and we can scan the QR code. That's it. The code is scanned and the TV has moved into the meeting part. Here, we can choose an audio or a video meeting. Once that's done, your meeting is here. You will be able to get into the meeting. Let us start the meeting. And here we are inside the meeting. Can you see how simple is that? That's how you start a meeting. It's pretty simple that way. Once you're inside the meeting, all your meeting controls should work out of the hand. Okay, so if you have any more questions, feel free to drop in a mail to support@Cliq. We will be happy to assist you through that. Thank you so much for joining the webinar. Bye bye.